Welcome to War Bios, the podcast where we delve into the lives of history's most fascinating military leaders. I'm your host, General Biography, and today we're going to explore the remarkable life of Arthur Wellesley, the Duke of Wellington, a man whose strategic brilliance and unwavering resolve would shape the course of European history. From his early days as a young nobleman to his triumphs on the battlefields of Europe, Wellesley's story is one of dedication, perseverance, and genius. Born on May 1, 1769, in Dublin, Ireland, Arthur Wellesley was the sixth of 9 children to Garret Wellesley, 1st Earl of Mornington, and his wife, Anne Hill. The Wellesleys were an Anglo-Irish family with a long history of military service and politics. Young Arthur's childhood was marked by a strong sense of duty, discipline, and intellectual curiosity, traits that would serve him well throughout his life. As a child, Wellesley spent much of his time at the family's estate in Dongan, County Meath, where he developed a passion for outdoor activities such as hunting and horse riding. His parents, recognizing his energetic and adventurous spirit, encouraged his interests while also providing him with a rigorous education. In 1781, at the age of 12, Wellesley was enrolled in Eton College, one of the most prestigious schools in England. During his time at Eton, Wellesley formed strong relationships with his teachers and classmates, including a young man named John Moore, who would later become a notable military leader. The friendships and mentorships formed during this period would have a lasting impact on Wellesley's personal and professional life. At Eton, Wellesley excelled in his studies, particularly in mathematics and languages, and developed a keen interest in history and politics. After completing his education at Eton in 1785, Wellesley went on to study at the Royal Military College in Woolwich, where he trained as an officer in the British Army. This marked the beginning of his military career, which would eventually take him to India, Europe, and other parts of the world. The discipline, camaraderie, and esprit de corps of military life suited Wellesley's personality and temperament, allowing him to thrive in an environment that valued courage, loyalty, and leadership. As we explore Wellesley's early life, it becomes clear that his upbringing, education, and early experiences were all instrumental in shaping his future as a commander. The influences of his family, his time at Eton, and his initial forays into military service would all contribute to the development of his strategic mind and moral character, laying the groundwork for the remarkable achievements that would soon follow. We see glimpses of his emerging personality, a young man with a strong sense of duty, a keen intellect, and a passion for learning. The historical context of Wellesley's early years was marked by significant events and figures that shaped his character and future path. The late 18th century was a time of great turmoil in Europe, with the French Revolution and the rise of Napoleon Bonaparte casting a long shadow over the continent. As a member of the British aristocracy, Wellesley was deeply aware of the geopolitical tensions of the era and the importance of military service in defending British interests. From his childhood in Ireland to his education at Eton and Woolwich, Wellesley's formative years were marked by a strong sense of purpose, intellectual curiosity, and a passion for adventure. Wellesley's military career began in earnest when he arrived in India in 1787, where he served under the command of his brother Richard Wellesley, who was then the Governor-General of India. During this period, Arthur Wellesley saw action in several campaigns against the Kingdom of Mysore and the Maratha Confederacy, honing his skills as a commander and developing a deep understanding of the complexities of war. One of the key battles fought during this period was the Battle of Seringapatam in 1799, where Wellesley played a crucial role in the British victory. His bravery and tactical acumen earned him recognition from his superiors, including his brother Richard, who praised his great coolness and judgment under fire. This early success would set the stage for Wellesley's future achievements as a commander. In 1803, Wellesley returned to England, where he was elected to Parliament and became involved in politics. However, with the outbreak of the Napoleonic Wars, he soon found himself back on the battlefield, this time in Europe. In 1808, he was appointed Commander-in-Chief of the British forces in Portugal, where he would face off against Napoleon's armies in a series of battles that would shape the course of European history. Wellesley's campaigns in the Peninsular War were marked by several key victories, including the Battle of Vimeiro in 1808 and the Battle of Talavera in 1809. At Vimeiro, Wellesley's forces decisively defeated a French army led by General Junot, while at Talavera he outmaneuvered a larger French force led by General Victor, securing a crucial victory that would help to turn the tide of the war. Throughout these campaigns, Wellesley demonstrated his mastery of strategy and tactics, often using innovative techniques such as the reverse slope defense, where his troops would occupy the reverse slope of a hill, protected from enemy artillery fire. He also showed a deep understanding of logistics and supply chain management, which allowed him to maintain a strong and effective army in the field. Wellesley's personal relationships with other military leaders were also crucial during this period. His friendship with General John Moore, whom he had met at Eton, was particularly significant. Moore's death at the Battle of Corunna in 1809 was a personal blow to Wellesley, who had come to regard him as a close friend and mentor. As we explore Wellesley's rise to prominence during this period, it becomes clear that his experiences in India and Europe were instrumental in shaping his character and military philosophy. His ability to adapt to different environments and opponents, combined with his unwavering resolve and strategic brilliance, made him one of the most formidable commanders of his time. The historical context of Wellesley's campaigns during this period was marked by significant events and figures that shaped the course of European history. The Napoleonic Wars were a defining feature of the era, with Napoleon's armies sweeping across Europe and leaving destruction in their wake. As a commander, Wellesley was deeply aware of the geopolitical tensions of the time and the importance of military service in defending British interests. From his early campaigns in India to his triumphs in the Peninsular War, Wellesley demonstrated his mastery of strategy and tactics, his ability to adapt to different environments, and his unwavering resolve in the face of adversity. The Battle of Waterloo, fought on June 18, 1815, was a decisive victory for Wellesley's coalition forces against Napoleon's French army. The battle marked the end of Napoleon's reign and the Napoleonic Wars and cemented Wellesley's reputation as one of history's greatest commanders. As Wellesley himself wrote, the Battle of Waterloo was won by the bravery and perseverance of the troops and by the soundness of the dispositions made. Wellesley's preparations for the battle were meticulous, as he carefully studied the terrain and deployed his forces to maximize their effectiveness. He chose a defensive position on the ridges near Waterloo, where his troops could take advantage of the high ground and protect themselves from French artillery fire. Meanwhile, Napoleon's army was weakened by the muddy conditions, which slowed their advance and made it difficult for them to maneuver. The battle itself was fierce and intense, with both sides suffering heavy casualties. Wellesley's forces held firm against repeated French attacks, while his cavalry and artillery played a crucial role in breaking up the enemy lines. The turning point of the battle came when the Prussian army, led by General Gebhard von Blücher, arrived on the scene and attacked the French right flank, forcing Napoleon to divert troops and weakening his center. Wellesley's leadership during the battle was exemplary, as he rode among his troops, urging them on and directing their movements. His calm and composure under fire were a testament to his experience and confidence, and helped to inspire his men to fight on, despite the chaos and carnage around them. As one of his officers wrote, "The Duke's presence on the field was like a ray of sunshine. It seemed to illuminate everything and give us all new heart." In the aftermath of the battle, Wellesley was hailed as a hero, both in Britain and across Europe. He was showered with honors and accolades, including the title of Duke of Wellington, which he would bear for the rest of his life. The Battle of Waterloo marked the end of an era, and Wellesley's victory had far-reaching consequences for European history. As we explore the later years of Wellesley's life, it becomes clear that his experiences at Waterloo had a profound impact on him. He became increasingly conservative and cautious, preferring to avoid conflict whenever possible. However, he remained committed to public service, serving as Prime Minister of Britain from 1828 to 1830 and playing a key role in shaping the country's foreign policy. In his personal life, Wellesley was known for his wit and charm and was a popular figure in society. He married Catherine Pakenham in 1806, and the couple had 2 sons together. Despite his busy schedule, Wellesley was a devoted husband and father and valued his family above all else. His legacy continues to inspire and fascinate us to this day, and his name remains synonymous with bravery, strategy, and victory. As the great historian Thomas Babington Macaulay wrote, the Duke of Wellington was a man of strong sense, of cool judgment, and of unshakable courage, who played a great part in the greatest drama of modern times. That's all for today's War Bios. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and until next time, I'm General Biography reminding you to keep marching toward victory.